Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
Yeah, I like a lot because, you know, it means a Wraith King can't go into a Radiance. Not that he really likes to do that anymore anyway, but very single target focus. All right. First game of the SEA DPC. I love it.
Always been a really big fan of Mizu on the 3. Yeah, Polisun falling pretty low here. Looks like Red with one more right click from the Grimstroke. We'll have our first kill of Division 2, the Winter Tour. Cooldown feels like a big window to really limit the farm that Ghost can get.
Yeah, for me, if they were able to rotate quickly enough, Mizu, by the way, he's
trying
gone on a
Mizu,
little bit here.
Benson to Brace, not leveled up at the moment, so Mizu will turn and drop a huge Echo Slam. The damage stacking up on the creeps, and now Yokam, thanks to the haste, gets there in the nick of time. A beautiful rotation should net themselves 2 kills thanks to a huge ultimate from the Earthshaker.
Oh,
Job 1 is juking through the tree line. There's no way. Okay. We head to the mid game because Nigma Galaxy, they're ready to rock and roll. They've hit their items and you see how they're posturing. Polisun,
scan though.
He's just gonna pop the smoke. He's got some heroes in the backline as well. Beautiful coax the place for the boat, dropping down straight on the heads of 2 heroes, and now Mizu over the top. Echo Slam on 4, overwhelming amounts of damage, and the rest of Nigma Galaxy, they're looking for the cleanup crew. Alacrity prioritizing the Queen of Pain, making sure there's no escape, and with the backline as well, Snapfire's just gonna put his body on the line to prevent any disengage, but...
Say that 496 are probably going to be happy with this, though. If they are able to get the tower, that is.
They know they're smoked. On top, if they're caught out, Ghost under the tier 2 tower. Level 2 in the reincarnation, still without the Radiance completed, so a big power spike that they're lacking at the moment here for the Wraith King. Sillen's gonna try and push them back, but still the perfect fissure placement. Make sure there's no retreat for the Wraith King, and Dragonite as well will lose his life as Nigma Galaxy once again surround the hero.
He played as well, so any target that gets found is immediately picked off. They want to make sure that they're making their plays
like Ghost
before these BKBs come up.
I mean, he's close to the tower, but Dire is swinging on over. Mizu sets up once again. They've laid down enough damage to bring down the first life, and now Radiant, they need to react. A 4-staff getting him out of harm's way. So nice reinforcements, but you got to be cautious. Alacrity, that's a peculiar angle into the fight. From the middle lane, he goes on top of the tier 3 tower. They'll get rid of the Queen of Pain. You got to be cautious about the buyback, but Mizu again drops the Echo onto 3. The damage is so much for Spawnfire 6 to deal with. They've killed off the first life, but they got to be cautious about how deep you go. You're really inside Radiant's territory. You don't want to throw this lead you have. The ultimate's starting to dwindle. Alacrity feeling powerful nonetheless, though. Is going to continue to push Radiant back further and further inside the base.
With the talent and 200 damage over an AoE, like 1,000 damage in a team fight is pretty damn significant.
Ghost? It's actually just going to man up right now. Run straight to the triangle. Polo will pop an early BKB. They're playing very split at the moment, making sure they don't get all grouped up, but guys, exactly, that's early reincarnation. We'll have to use the defensive BKB. Ghost trying to reset the fight, but now with the BKBs expiring, Sport 496 are going to have to look to get out of the area as Musa can hold them back. Dropping the Echo Slam once again. Alacrity should have plenty of damage to follow up in our Radiant. How can they turn this back around? Meepo, about half health still to play with, but the damage is starting to lack without Ghost nearby, so they can turn. Cillian's actually going to jump in, dropping the Sonic Wave. This is a window that they weren't expecting, as Nigma Galaxy C heavily commit at the top side of the map. They'll lose 2 at the moment. Anything more they can get out of it, though. Yeah, Mizu will be found in the tree line. Red, he's lacking the stun, though. Unfortunately, only 3 points Dragon Tail. It doesn't have the lowest duration with that cooldown. They're just going to brute force up. They've got Aegis for another 50 seconds. Try and do some works and some damage on top of the tier 3 tower. Maybe force some rotations back. Still, they know Echo's on cooldown. Radiant. See how they can hold the base. Alacrity still has to keep tabs on this Aegis. On lower and lower, but the net worth continuing to stack up for the Meepo. So it looks like he's happy Just sacrificing the life and getting back out with ease on top of the real Meepo, which, where is he? Okay, he's down in the lane.
Out as well. That's the other bonus as well, right? You've got multiple ways now to be
mid
able
lane.
to take a safe
They're
fast.
setting up on Ghost. Ohio still without the Aghanims. He's got BKB at the ready, 4 stuff as well, but Paulison, great target prioritization. He's going to look to jump the backline, but Ghost has been unable to pop the BKB, but still, they're ripping apart the backline. 2 supports going. BKB super defensive, he just hope to get out to safety.
Try and wait for that overwhelming blink, but Nigma Galaxy not wanting to give
Yokem
them the
again.
opportunity.
Trying to set up on Ghost. Force some reactions out early. Once again, they'll jump the backline. Straight on top of the Grimstroke, but they've got the buybacks. This could be the way back in for the fight, but they're going to push Ghost further outside the base thanks to the tidal wave. Now with the respawn, he's still got the BKB, but he doesn't have any extra assistance at the moment as Ghost is using this defensively to reposition himself. But the rest of Dire, they've committed heavily here. They've lost 2. Earthshaker along with the Clockwork, but Alacrity still has the Ages in the arsenal within your dream standing hand in hand as well. The buybacks coming into fray, but Alacrity, let's see what he can do with the second round. He's going to jump on forward. They'll push Grimstroke to the western side, but the Meepo is slowly falling, and finally they'll bring down Alacrity.
Popsilon up onto the high ground. He's just acting like a bit of an observer ward right now. Unfortunately for 496, they're not going to be lucky enough to get that instant Roche respawn. Still a minute away, and they're actually going for a bit of a reverse wraparound here.
Ohio's going to lead the charge. He's really vital to the lineup at the moment with the Aghanims. Alacrity trying to prioritize him as well. But the Sakuchi furthers the positioning from Ohio, but now they're straight on top of Alacrity too. The AoE damage starting to rack up. With the help of the run buff, is it enough to keep the Meepo alive? They're trying to target him, but the E-Blade's not enough. Meepo's gone, but a buyback looking to rejoin the fight as Mizu drops a slam, jumping over the top on the Wraith King. They'll dealt with the first life. Alacrity back in the fray as well, but it looks like this time Nigma Galaxy Southeast Asia will clean up the team fight as they're looking to catch out the stragglers as Ghost down to the northern side. Queen of Pain on the high ground as well. Pop's able to make it out to safety, but the buyback's coming back into the play. But Paulison, perfect use of the reposition, will give no opportunity for Ghost to turn it back around. And the Grimstroke will also be killed off in front of the Roche pit. Is he going Rapier? Come on, in Dream, you have it queued up. Just go pick it up. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
He just wants to end the game real quick.
I mean, you know Ghost doesn't have buybacks, so well, this is looking like a bit of a GG right here.
Structures are fortified.
Seen crazy things.
He's just blocking off the base here, Mizu. Not wanting anyone to even attempt to try and defend this.
Come on, lads, I believe. Come on, let's go. One last attempt. Oh no, Nigma Galaxy Southeast Asia will kick off our first.
Which is kind of nice, but Leshrac will do really well against you in lane with the Diabolic Edict and the Pulse Nova. And something like the, I was about to say the Dragon Knight doesn't do great either, but at least the Shadow Fiend, you could look to spam out those waves.
I have a little bit more amplification and steroids as well, First Blood in your dream picked up down bottom. Level 2 advantage.
Pick that one up. He might look to even try and deny a little bit more of that experience away, pulling the hard camp, might even get the stack off into the next wave. And yeah, just making Night Stalker's life even more difficult. Now that he's level 4 though.
Got a bit of a battle going on. Leshrac and Zhao Bonbon. Nice cookie setup. I think the clock was just trying to scout at some jungle stacks and coming with red down bot. Phantom Assassin is a hero that cannot farm the jungle to rapid raid, as with him coming up here, I'll get rid of the reincarnation on Ghost. Is a fair way away from the tier 1. So reinforcements coming at a little delayed timing here. The cookie's enough to reposition Ghost to safety, but in your dream, no, not gonna matter. As Mizu killed, getting the level 6, and that sets up for a beautiful Echo Slam as they find a second kill. But Red's now gonna show up to the party. He's got this Dark Ascension ready to rock and roll with the extra damage, but they still gotta be cautious because the Grimstroke combined with the Phantom Assassin is no joke of a combination. But Red, airwalking at the moment, pushing Radiant further and further back. And looking to backstab up top. Gonna run straight into Paulison first. An aggressive use of the Yule Scepter, however, so Lester's gonna be cautious now without this in the arsenal as they're gonna pounce. Recognizing the weakness. Sillin is penalized for the heavy commitment here, and again, Dark Ascension down for another 40. So how does the Night Stalker really get in the middle of the fight? Ghost is on the Vanguard, trying to lean the charge of the river. Just 2 hits Paulson, but it's going to look to buy back instantly. With the Aegis already claimed in the hands of Alacrity, but Radiant, they're splitting away from the area. Looking to get back once up to their higher ground. They could potentially take a fight around their control if they force 496 into a choke point, setting up for Mizu's Echo Slam. They're leading once again on top of the Wraith King, trying to deal with the first life here as Alacrity. He's pump faking the Requiem, but after the southern side, it's a dire back for Polison, so they won't have the Grimstroke now completely for this fight.
Nice armlet toggles coming through from Ghost. Again, just not giving Mizu the avenue that he needs to be able to get into this team fight. They had the vision advantage. There we go. Backdoor still there. TP comes in from Shadow Fiend. Has to be careful.
Oh, in your dream. It's just looking to pop Ghost at the moment. Alacrity as well joining the fray. That's early usages of the BKB, but it can set up for Alacrity's Requiem straight on round 2. As they'll blow up Ghost, the rest of Spawn 496 retreat away from the area.
The BKB, so that does give them that extra layer of safety that they were looking for. But I don't know, it feels like maybe you get the save off afterwards to be able to...
Bon?
He can jump.
What are you doing up here, my guy? Just pull him down. Try and drag the kill into his hands. My guy's just being this Roman ward, okay. And then second life, you just charge up Requiem. Like, he did have Blink queued up. He's now going to the Silver's Edge. Just, oh, what a fissure. Mizu instantly cuts the initiation into half, but Red's still able to close the distance. They're going to look to try and jump Alacrity, but once the BKBs are forced out for the Radiant Cause, it's just going to force Dire back onto their side of the map as they can't stand their ground. But now that they've expired, they might try and find a different angle in. Jumped in, still another hook shot from Yokam as well on the mark as they've got so much control. It's so difficult for Dire to find an avenue into these fights.
Wouldn't.
Level 20, so he's got that extra minus armor.
Oh,
Like they're doing the calculation. Let's see if they got their damage. Yes, sir, they do. In your dream, my god. Goal-like at the moment. We've got a hook shot as well, catching out Ghost. They're trying to pop the early use of the reincarnation, which they'll do so successfully. Now Alacrity can charge up the Requiem. Straight on top of the round 2. Respawn is in your dream. Back again into the fray. A triple for your Phantom Assassin. Try and give him the Rampage as well. Jalabon 1, he can scurry out to safety, but the rest of the team not as fortunate as the Phantom Assassin.
Coming back here from Ghost because you're losing your base, my man.
Radiant's top tower.
One full set to barracks already claimed, and
I don't know how I feel about them just walking in. Yeah, they've got to spin it.
They're going to try with a gobble up straight on top of the Shadow Fiend. The burst is there. That's a nice start to the fight, but it's going to cost them the lives of the Leshrac as well, who does not have a buyback. A 4-on-4, not including the Aegis as well, but the chain lockdown's perfect. They've wasted the BKB on the first life, and now Dire, all they need to do is make sure they split up. Don't set up for the Echo Slam as Mizu. He's waiting the wings once again, trying to find the angle in, but the repositioning from In Your Dream is off to the outskirts and jumps back on. They'll blow up too with ease, and let's just see how they're able to reposition afterwards.
I was kind of feeling that they needed a Aeon Disc instead, because it feels like whoever's dying first is just getting 100 to 0 burst.
He's just gonna jump. Well, it does at the moment. Still, Ghost is trying to deal with the supports. They've cleaned off one, but now Mizu. He's finding the angle, drops the Echo once again onto 2 heroes. Oh, they're just cleaning up house now with 3 down. In Your Dream is looking to continue to stack up the kills. Already over 20 at the moment, our game 2.
Can't even
It's been set up so perfectly for an exceptional game as Nigma Galaxy see. What a way to start Division 2 off with a clean 2-0 victory over Spawn 496.